following is a 45 TV sports presentation. TV.
This is our time. This is our time to make a move tomorrow. This is our call. This is our
Great effort. Great effort. Baggett's off, runner up.
Trackstar steals it, lays it in.
3 seconds. At the buzzer.
Can't turn back now. We'll never be the same. It's a brand new
Backdoor play to kick off the start of the second half. Look at that. Wow.
This is our time.
Saw her turn that up a notch, and McGrory all the way down, stops and puts a left-hander up.
This is our call. This is our call.
For Coffee, just strength back to her system. Good teamwork, nice passing. Elton for 3.
To the shadows. We'll never be the same. It's a brand new day.
State champion.
Back with you courtside here at Target Center, getting set for the tip-off between the DeLaSalle Islanders and the Monticello Magic. DeLaSalle, two-time defending state champs. Monticello, the story of the tournament so far in their first trip to state. Marissa, a thrilling way to get through that first round.
I think a lot of people expecting Fergus Falls to come out of this game with their 30-0 record going into it. But Monticello had a couple huge players step up yesterday.
And Grace Sawatsky with that game-tying field goal in the second half. A terrific effort to take a team that was unbeaten into double overtime and end up winning 79-78 in order to advance. Now they will be facing a DeLaSalle team who are no strangers whatsoever to the state tournament. Jenny, we have seen them last 2 years taking home the big trophy.
Absolutely, and I think DeLaSalle has a lot going for them right now, just in the fact that they've been to the state tournament so many times. They have kids who have been, 5 straight state tournaments. Look for them to really come out ready to go.
Very balanced attack in their quarterfinal win. They were victorious over Chisago Lakes, much more comfortable victory. They got scoring from a lot of different places. Alina Starr, their guard, she kind of makes things happen. She scored 13 points in the game, and 2 of them coming here on a pretty good drive right down the gut, Jenny.
Yeah, and she's got a lot of upper body strength and really has a lot of control as she gets to the basket and can finish.
Dishing to Taylor Tony on this one. Tony led the Islanders with 17 points in that win over Chisago Lakes. They will get Monticello in the semifinal. The winner will advance to see Red Wing, who advanced in dramatic fashion we just saw in our first semifinal. We will get you to the tip-off of the second girls 3A state semifinal after this.
Welcome back to the Target Center, getting ready for Game 2. If it's anything like Game 1, we're headed for a great one here. This is interesting too, Leah B, because this is kind of the unknown. Monticello, we all know about DeLaSalle. I'm not sure the rest of the state knows a lot about Monticello.
Yeah, you're right about that, and I think Monticello is going to come in here with a lot of confidence coming off that Fergus win.
Well, let's talk about the key players who are going to make a difference in this one.
Well, we're going to start with Tyshana Johnson. She is huge. We've been watching her since 8th grade. She's calm, super smart, but she is the player they will look to lead this DeLaSalle team. And for Monticello, it's Grace Sawatsky. She is a tremendous player. She's the leader on the court. She had 23 points in the quarterfinals. She averages 17 on the season. They'll need her to be big in this game.
Today's key players are brought to you by PolyMet, the mining company with plans to open a modern, safe copper, nickel, precious metals mine in northeastern Minnesota. Learn more at polymetmining.com.
Red Wings already advanced to the Class 3A championship game. They await the winner between DeLaSalle and Monticello. The Islanders, two-time defending state champs. They are the 2-seed Monticello, shocking everybody by knocking off 3-seed Fergus Falls in their state quarterfinal matchup yesterday. DeLaSalle and Monticello in the semifinals. Let's meet the two teams with PA announcer Dave Giles.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Target Center and to the 2013 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament. This Class 3A semifinal game features the Section 3 champion with a record of 26-4, the Islanders from DeLaSalle High School, located in Minneapolis. And the Section 5 champion with a record of 25-5, the Magic from Monticello High School. We'll begin the introductions with the reserve players for each team. First, let's meet the reserve players for the visiting team, the DeLaSalle Islanders. 5'7" sophomore forward, number 4, Ellen Leahy. 5'9" junior forward, number 5, Akiviana Rembert. 5'7" senior guard, number 10, Joy Jones. 5'6" junior guard, number 13, Kiana Young. 5'4" sophomore guard, number 14, Azalea Sellers. 5'8" sophomore guard, number 21, Patience Griffin. 5'6" freshman guard, number 23, Cameron Spees. 5'7" senior guard, number 24, Anna Schott. 6'1" sophomore center, number 32, Kat Podwell. 6'1" sophomore center, number 35, Anna Podwell. And 5'6" junior guard, number 45, Amanda Klein. Now let's meet the reserve players for the home team, the Monticello Magic. 5'5" junior guard, number 5, Ashley Fezenden. 5'7" senior guard, number 20, Callie Gao. 5'6" sophomore guard, number 21, Shelby Rieger. 5'5" sophomore guard, number 22, Emily Bartle. 5'7" sophomore guard, number 23, Katie Bizette. 5'6" sophomore guard, number 24, Hannah Oken. 5'7" sophomore forward, number 25, Mackenzie Cruzen. 5'11" sophomore forward, number 30, Ashlyn Cole. 5'9" junior forward, number 31, Amanda Howe. 5'7" junior guard, number 32, Kendra Stoik. 5'6" freshman guard, number 33, Melissa Schmidt. And 5'7" sophomore center, number 45, Courtney Hinz. Those are the reserve players. Now let's meet the starting lineup for this semifinal game. They will be introduced alternately, starting with DeLaSalle. At forward, a 5'10" senior, number 20, Claire Thomas. At forward for Monticello, a 5'9" junior, number 15, Alyssa Lintner. At forward for the Islanders, a 5'10" senior, number 22, Tyshana Johnson. At center for the Magic, a 6' senior, number 41, Bailey Bechtold. At forward for DeLaSalle, a 6' sophomore, number 25, Taylor Toney. At guard for Monticello, a 5'5" junior, number 3, Christine Louis. center for the Islanders, a 6'1" senior, number 15, Natalie Yule. At guard for the Magic, a 5'8" junior, number 10, Grace Sawatsky. At guard for DeLaSalle, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Alina Starr. And at guard for Monticello, a 5'7" junior, number 12, Gabby Leimer. The DeLaSalle assistant coaches are John Patterson and Tyree Ross. The head coach of the DeLaSalle Islanders is Faith Johnson Patterson. The Monticello assistant coaches are Dan Milkey and Jocelyn Hazelton. The head coach of the Monticello Magic is Craig Guyan. The officials for this semifinal game are Jeremy Zacher of Rochester, Kevin Anderson of St. Paul, and Kerry Guerin of Egan.
And our starting lineups brought to you by Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. Together we save.
Dave, I think this is going to be a really exciting game. I think you're going to have DeLaSalle doing their thing, you know, a lot of energy, pushing the ball, and then I think Monticello comes in here completely confident with some great shooters. They're going to try to keep up the pace with DeLaSalle.
Monticello, look at the turnout they got. Like Toby Keith made it.
12 buses have arrived at Target Center from Monticello.
It's just fun to listen to them out there. Well, here we go. Smiles on the ladies' faces as they got introduced. Most of them just, why not? State tournament's magical time. You know the end of the winter is coming your way, even though a little cooler out today. And good things are coming with the summer, and it's basketball, and for the most part, pretty darn pure and innocent, and a lot of fun. So good to have you along on the broadcast here, wherever you're watching. And what's interesting is that the winner's going to play unseeded Red Wing on Saturday night for the championship. Dave Lear with Leah B. Olson. Torrey Holt down along the sidelines. He's got a good story for you coming up here in just a minute. But right now, let's get back to the early action of this basketball game. First shot for Monticello, too hard off the iron. Rebound, the Magic. Going to try to penetrate as quick as they can. Just kick it around a little bit. Check that DeLaSalle defense. Monticello down by 15 points with 12 minutes left yesterday at Fergus Falls, and they came back and won it in OT.
That was a big, big win for them. And I talked to their coach before the game, and he said just really gave them all the confidence that they needed.
Everybody touching the ball, not going until they have a decent shot and make the defense impatient. There's a look again. This one is too hard. Louis shot.
DeLaSalle's patience on defense pays off.
Today's game plan brought to you by Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
For DeLaSalle, it's always about their defensive intensity and transition basketball, taking advantage of that. But Monticello, they're going to want to slow the tempo of this game. And as I talked about before, that big confidence that they have, they need to let that carry out through this whole game.
Turnover from the pressure that you just talked about there by DeLaSalle. Boy, they got some players on there. Alina Starr going to Auburn. Tyshana Johnson going to go down the road about 3.5 hours to Iowa State and Ames. Getting a couple of good players there. Well, we've seen them since I've been in 8th grade, Leah.
And I remember those games.
Three-pointer for the Islanders off a little bit. Look at the boxing out that time by Monticello.
Strong fundamentals by Monticello.
Monticello basketball. Inbounding the ball to be Gabby Leimer. She's a junior. And now Faith Johnson Patterson The head coach of DeLaSalle will call a quick timeout to get everybody settled down here. No points on the board as of yet. DeLaSalle at this point sometimes has 10 or 12. Or they can move down in a hurry.
One thing about DeLaSalle, though, they play so hard. They push the ball up and down court so hard that they can turn the ball over a lot. And I think Faith is probably talking to her team right now. Continue to play that way, but play under control.
DeLaSalle averages over 72 a game. Monticello averages 58. Monticello was in the state tournament last year. Get out of class, and it's kind of fun here inside the Target Center. Hope you can make it out tonight, too, for all the action. Monticello, Grace Sawatsky with the basketball. She tied that game in regulation with 1.8 seconds left yesterday. Bailey Bechtold back out. Lentner again with the ball. Sawatsky. DeLaSalle very aggressive defensively, very quick. Christine Louis, she's taking a couple shots from the outside. And a possession arrow in favor of Monticello that time as they tried to go up with the inside with Alyssa Letner. Won't go. Ball being battled underneath by Gabby Limer. She's a junior, averages almost 12 a game.
And the Magic, they're going to have to make really quick decisions when they decide to shoot the ball because this DeLaSalle defense is so good. You're going to have to take the shot right when you come off the screen.
Ewell will pick up the foul. Natalie Ewell, first foul of the game. Last game we saw a lot of fouls. We had 5 starters all foul out in that last game.
And again, this could be a game like that where the tempo is set by fouls because we know that when you play that really strong, aggressive defense, oftentimes you're going to get a lot of fouls.
Bailey Bechtold at the stripe.
She was big in the quarterfinal game against Fergus Falls with 16 points, 6 rebounds.
One more time for the 6-foot senior. Nice looking stroke. Alina Starr, 5'10" senior. Attacking, which she does so well. She can turn it up a notch at a moment's notice.
Yeah, Jen Johnson was right when you talked about just how strong she is physically. She has just so much strength to drive that ball to the basket.
They kick it out in a hurry. Louis this time circles the rim, won't go in. Alina Starr for DeLaSalle, the Islanders. Knowing that the top seed's been knocked off, it must be in the back of their mind, Leah, I would think. Starr for 3. Ewell with a good board. This is Tyshana Johnson. Claire Thomas. Well, you had that set up exactly the way you wanted it.
Yeah, Monticello's made a good choice by sitting in a zone, but that's how you break it because it's weak right there in the middle.
Natalie Ewell gets the feed from Alina Starr, and it's 4-2 the Islanders. Magic will push it up in the hands of Grace Sawatsky. She's a junior. She's 5'8". Little give and go. That's basic basketball. Won't drop, though. Again, a really well-designed play, but can't finish it off. Starr, same thing she just did a minute ago. Penetrates inside, can't get it. Good follow. Not going to go for Tyshana.
Both teams having a hard time finishing, Dave, but DeLaSalle getting 2 and 3 chances.
Gabby Limer is going to be fouled by Claire Thomas. 13:45. The winner plays Red Wing Saturday night for the state title. The first half is brought to you by Park Nicollet Melrose Institute. Join the Buy You movement at facebook.com/BuyYouMelrose.
defensive battle here at the Target Center. DeLaSalle out in front of Monticello right now, 4-2 early on here in the first half. And for Monticello, one of the players that doesn't get a whole lot of attention is senior center Bailey Bechtold. Bailey got herself into foul trouble in the section finals and just had a couple of points against DeLaSalle Colcado. But she flipped the script in that game yesterday in the biggest win of the year, the double overtime win against number 3 seeded Fergus Falls. Bechtold had a career-high 16 points, including 2 free throws in the final 10 seconds to seal that victory, Dave. And this is when you need your best players playing their best basketball.
Tori here, just a loose scramble for the basketball, and now you got another fast break with that 2-on-2. The Magic take it up. A foul is called, and Alyssa Lettner should go to the line to junior for a couple of free throws. There you see, that's what Tori was talking about right there. Bailey Bechtold, the senior, Leah.
Doing her thing. I agree. She has stepped up to the plate when they needed her most.
Not going to go. One more time for Alyssa Lettner. She averages 9.4 a game, had 18 yesterday. How about the 8th graders and freshmen and sophomores stepping up for Red Wing when their stars were on the bench in the game prior to this?
That was so fun to watch. When you watch an 8th grader, they look so young, and she was just so composed. Molken, Bubba Molken.
It's Taylor Toney, 25. There's Alina Starr. Thomas open and won't go. Tyshana down underneath. That's Taylor Toney who got that ball. Put it back up and in.
And rebounding will be key here. Offensive rebounding for DeLaSalle. They're a little cold on their shooting, but they're rebounding. They get the second and third chances.
Well, there's a dangerous pass trying to go high and slipped out of the out-of-bounds area, so it'll go back to DeLaSalle. Closed captioning brought to you today by Warner Stellian, Minnesota's appliance specialist. DeLaSalle, pretty convincing win against Chisago Lakes yesterday, 73-49. What's interesting about that is in that game, DeLaSalle shot 57% in the second half from the field.
Yeah, they can shoot the ball, don't get me wrong.
Claire Thomas, 20 and number 20 for the team. She has that nice follow-through where that hand continues to roll. And you could see it on that shot.
Very pretty shot.
Quick passes. There's a foul. This is on Natalie Ewell. And she has 2 early on here in the game. At the no free throw here. There's a good look at Coach Patterson. Faith Johnson-Patterson, a Wisconsin grad. But you don't hold that against her, do you, Lee?
No, I can't. I want to, but I can't.
Patience Griffin, number 21. Replacing Tony.
Oh, that is picked off by the anticipation of Tyshana Johnson. Nice cross-court pass to Claire Thomas, and she puts it up, and then she's fouled by Bechtold.
I just like how calm Tyshana Johnson is as she works the ball down court and passes it off to Claire Thomas.
Claire Thomas is a 5'10 senior. She's been here before. She had 9 points in the game yesterday. She'll average about 6 a game for you. She has 4 already. Ranked number 3 in the final poll. By the way, you'll watch the Magic launch that 3-pointer. They're not afraid to put it up from out there. Here's Tyshana Johnson, who is a Miss Basketball finalist, by the way. Bechtold, good board and hammered on the wrist.
Oh, that was such a nice-looking move by Tyshana Johnson, but she couldn't finish it.
Patience Griffin has entered the game. Her dad played in the NBA. And played at Minneapolis Central. Great player there. Andre Griffin. Monticello, the Magic, trailing DeLaSalle 10-3 with the basketball. All the way coast to coast, and it's going to drop for Alyssa Lettner. That's their first field goal of the game.
Yep, and I liked how quick that it happened. They worked it down court quickly and a quick release on that.
Just mentioned Patience Griffin. She had 14 points yesterday in the game off of the bench. Starr. It's that 2-3 zone. They'll try to shoot outside of it. And good work underneath by Ashlyn Cole of Monticello to get the rebound. A good position. Again, Lentner right in the middle. That's too hard. Starr, she's played on this court a few times. Alina with the basketball. By Shauna Johnson over down the corner. Here's Griffin. The three on the way.
Beautiful release on that shot.
Patience, she's a sophomore. I like the way she plays, Leah. Timeout on the court. DeLaSalle 13, 5 for Monticello. 10:27 to go in this first half. Back on 45 TV, the fans pumped up. DeLaSalle already 4 points off turnovers.
Yeah, that is their specialty. They will take advantage of any miscue.
DeLaSalle going to work the perimeter of that zone, be very patient. They can do either way. I mean, they can go fast, they can go slow. It's not a problem for them.
And Coach Guyon told me that they will switch up their defenses, but I like the fact that he is going to be in a zone right now and force DeLaSalle to hit from outside. Griffin's shot will not go. Rebound the Magic. Lentner's kind of been their go-to down there. Almost took that all three. Look at that. That's an NBAer right there. That won't go. Good follow by the Magic. Lentner. Shot is blocked. Trying to go up with it was Sawatsky. They'll get it right back. Lentner's getting a workout here already. You're right about that. Yeah, Monticello really needs to be efficient on their offense. They need to work the ball around quickly and take quick shots, not rushed or hurried shots, but you want to try to get there before you have a Star's hand in your face.
Magic with the basketball. Ashlyn Cole is in the game. She takes that high post spot, and meanwhile the shot will come from the outside for three, and guess who? Alyssa Lentner again.
Wow, that's a nice shot from the junior.
6 of the 8 points for the team. Against that zone. Going to work around it, try to figure it out. Griffin, three. Not going to go. Good board work, and then the ball bounces out to the top. Was that blocked? Yes, it was. Ball will go back to Monticello. Leo, DeLaSalle comes in here after a huge win over Chisago. I mean, a big margin.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you have a double overtime victory for Monticello. In fact, they never led in that game until the end. So what would you rather do? Come in after double OT or come in after an easy win? Does it matter to you as a player or coach?
I don't think it matters. I think they both come in with a lot of confidence because of it. I think DeLaSalle knows that they should have blown out Chisago Lakes area, and so they did what they had to do, and I think Monticello comes in thinking, yep, now we can do it. We beat Fergus. No one thought we could. So I think they both come in here with the same feeling of we can do this.
There's Bechtold. Rebound. Tyshana Johnson. Again, you can see that Monticello zone set up. Starr was going to try to penetrate it, but she put the foot up there and she traveled.
She has the right idea. If you want to try to get them out of that zone, you have to penetrate and really cut, make strong cuts and try to break those seams down a little bit.
That pressure of DeLaSalle is so good. It takes you all to get it in bounds. Still yet to cross the half line. Now finally, the Magic do that long shot's too hard, but a good follow on the other side results in 2 points for Callie Gow.
It's like Gow was just waiting there all alone for the rebound.
A 3-point lead for DeLaSalle. And with the basketball, Tony. That's Starr. Left-hand side, Johnson. Tony looking in the middle. Yule is back in at that low spot in the pivot. Star Thomas, oh, she's wide open. In and out.
Yeah, she should have hit that wide open. Lentner left her out there.
Sawatsky will back it up. Looks over to the bench for head coach Craig Guyan. Monticello started this game very, very patient. Now they're trying to go low post. That's a tough pass to hang on to. Picked off by DeLaSalle. Johnson on that nice lead pass. Maintains her composure. That's her first bucket.
That's what Monticello doesn't want to start letting happen. When DeLaSalle's looking full court to pass it all the way down court, that's when they play their best basketball.
Sawatsky. Lentner has been busy in the game. Ball picked off. She hits the court awful hard. Slow to get up. Meanwhile, Tony will bring the ball down for DeLaSalle.
Tony just stole the ball right from her.
Johnson, too hard. Runs after the rebound. Good effort, but picked off by a very perceptive defense of Monticello. And another pass. It's not good. Good effort by Alina Starr. Another loose pass. So both teams going after the ball. There's a collision. Bechtold is down on the floor. Now she slowly gets up. We could hear the smack over here, Leah. There was a big-time collision. She's back up, though. All alone, Yule under the bucket on the pass from Starr.
Good basketball. Sharing the ball. Moving it well.
Man, that was a major league collision, and everybody's up. We're in the state semifinals with the girls Class 3A. 10 for Monticello, 17 for DeLaSalle. And let's look at these tournament bets. 5 years, Leah.
It's been amazing, and I remember most of those games, specifically 2009 when they played for Minneapolis North, when they were just 8th graders. They looked so young, little babies. They came out, they played well, but each year they got better and better and better. And this will be our last time through watching them, Dave.
Yeah, they were with Minneapolis North, but they were never students there. They were 8th graders, so they were in middle school at the time.
That's right.
Double dribble. Again, an upset to start the tournament today as Red Wing defeated Richfield 61-59 in a dramatic game. Unseeded Red Wing, so they're going to play for the state title.
Tisha Buck with 18 points.
And then she fouled out. Here's another steal by the Islanders. This is Tony with a left-handed layup.
DeLaSalle's just slowly starting to do exactly what they want to do. Their pressure's getting turnovers, pushing the ball up court.
Sawatsky with a 2-on-2 break. You get it inside, and look at the defense. Starr with a block. DeLaSalle has it back.
Yeah, incredibly difficult once they're in the paint to try to score the basketball.
This is Patience Griffin back to Starr, guarded by Sawatsky. Taylor Tony. Griffin again on the other side. Had a big day yesterday for the Islanders. Starr, nice feed down low. Tony, great save. Everybody's going to touch the basketball in this offensive set, and they're going to touch it quick. You better be ready.
They're just working that ball all around.
Starr's three-pointer, but a call at the end of the play.
Does someone have blood on their leg?
They must have, yeah. Sawatsky will get over to the side to take care of. Christine Louie will come back in. Also going out of the game is Amanda Howe. Ashlyn Cole in there, the sophomore, 5'11". Lentner, the early workhorse for this Monticello team, inbounding the ball, and now a whistle. Must be a foul on the inbound pass, I guess. Yep. And it's going to go against Patience Griffin. 2 now for the sophomore. Patience. Averaging, what, a point a game. Just went nuts yesterday. Got a good-looking shot. Lentner
That's what I like about when the state tournaments is you always see a player you're not used to having a huge game step up. And that's usually the player that makes the difference in the game.
Well, we talked about the game before when you had an 8th grader, a sophomore, and a freshman who were on the line because all 3 stars were on the bench, and all they could do was go up and hit free throws.
Exactly. That's a perfect example.
That's a good way to segue from your stars into your new ones as they get ready to graduate, and you've already got people to get their names established for their trip to the state tournament. Star and Louie off of the pick. Tyshana.
Tyshana's starting to come to life. She's been attacking the basket and been very aggressive. Her shot just wasn't dropping.
Every starter's got a bucket so far in the game for DeLaSalle. Good steal. There's Griffin. Back to Johnson. Underneath that Star. They know each other so well they can read the court. Every starter has at least 4 points now as a result of that. If you want balance, you can't get it any better than that at this point. Lentner. Louis, she can shoot out there. Sawatsky will take a long 3 and nails it.
And that's going to be critical if Sawatsky can really get her outside game rolling, because inside has been incredibly difficult for Monticello.
That's Johnson. Lentner, quick kick. Sawatsky, Louis. From the left side baseline, almost blocked. But Kelly Gow gets her 4th point.
That was a nice offensive set by the Monticello Magic. They took their time, were patient, and found the open player.
DeLaSalle, good crowd, loud crowd here this afternoon. Griffin, she likes that 3. Ewell, strong board work, but can't get it afterwards. And then after the rebound, a jump ball is called. And that possession goes to Monticello. Here's DeLaSalle taking you right into a break with an 8-point lead here in the first half. Today's Fan Cam is brought to you by 45 TV.
Monticello's area, they're going nuts. DeLaSalle. A lot of smiles.
Monticello down by 8, facing some nasty full court pressure from DeLaSalle. They are so good at this. Bechtold, big game yesterday. There's another steal for DeLaSalle. Star will take the ball in, draw the foul, and they'll count it.
Yeah, that's exactly how DeLaSalle wants to play this game. They get you on that defense, put that full court pressure on, fluster you. Fluster the offense, and then Star gets the ball and is strong and drives it in and gets to the free throw line. That's exactly how they want to play this game.
This is Sawatsky for the Magic. Trying to get something set up. Maintain your patience. Louis, the shot too hard. DeLaSalle. Alina Star. Patience Griffin. She's open. She'll shoot it. And she has her second three-pointer.
Yeah, I like how unselfish this DeLaSalle team seems. They're just very willing to give up the ball, cheer for each other.
Get your local news, weather, and sports every night on 45 TV. Local news at 9 p.m. right here on 45 TV. And for the latest in high school sports, visit prep45.com. Going on to the ballgame, that's Amanda Howe. Back in is Alyssa Lentner, the 5'9 junior who had 18 points yesterday. So far in this game is leading the pack at 6 for Monticello. Sawatsky's free throw not going to go, but there's a rebound for the Magic. Bechtold underneath, trying to get that shot off. And again, great defense by Taylor Toney. She's not giving up an inch. Keeps her spot in this. Starr is being ridden on the way down court, and that'll cost a foul into the personal foul column for Alyssa Lentner.
The day for kids that don't want to play hard defense and don't think that it's glamorous, they should watch this DeLaSalle team because all their offense comes from their great defense.
29-17. Minute 46. Alina's going to wait for somebody to come up on her. That's the Sawatsky who does. And then she'll try to go around. Hey, Griffin gets that spot out there. She's ready to pop it, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
That's her right there. Almost by Louis, but not enough. Starr has it. There's a wide open Claire Thomas. That's in and out again. She's got a couple of tough breaks on those shots. And as she goes for the steal, she picks up the foul. The 5'10 senior gets her second. She averages 6 points a game. There's Claire. We have a chat with Faith Johnson-Patterson, state champs in 2011 and 2012.
And she does a tremendous job with these young ladies. She's hard on them. She talks to them. She mentors them. She's an amazing coach.
On the missed free throw, that's Alyssa Lentner again with another follow. She's having a good game for Monticello. 29-19. Louis and Starr. Pass inside. Bechtold knocks it loose. And that's Sawatsky. Picked off from behind. Starr, she's got a 2-on-1 with Thomas. Will keep it and put it up and in.
She's so hard to stop.
It's a trick. If you get them into a track meet, good luck to you. They are so quick and relentless.
That's exactly right. And then the fact that she's so strong that she's incredibly hard to defend.
Bechtold, high off the glass.
It's a great shot by Bechtold. You had three defenders, all had their hands up, but she has a long body.
Keep in mind yesterday that Monticello was down by 15 points with 12 minutes left against Fergus Falls, and it looked like it was all over but the crying, and they came back and won it in double overtime. Taishana. Oh, my. That one needed a flight path. She was able to get her shot with time running out, and she nailed it 34-21. DeLaSalle goes in the locker room with a comfortable lead against Monticello. Look at this. Look how far out that is.
That would be an NBA three-pointer.
Yeah.
There are her teammates supporting her all the way.
Well, let's go and talk to the architect of the team for the DeLaSalle Islanders, Faith Johnson-Patterson, with Tori.
Thank you, Dave. Coach, great start for your team. But the first minute, you took a quick timeout. What was it that you saw that you didn't like?
Because I didn't think it was a great start. I knew we were a little flat, a little confused. We were playing a little lackadaisical defense, and I needed us to up the pressure. And that's our game is, apply pressure to people, and we were sagging off a little bit. Too comfortable. I didn't want to give that team the chance to get into the game.
You guys do a very good job defensively in your own end of the court. Oh, how much time do you spend on that in practice?
Every day, probably a good hour, because defense wins basketball games. We know we can score offensively, although we're a little flat today. So it's very important. And I think these guys are capable athletically to be good defenders.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yep. Faith Johnson-Patterson, she'll be shooting for her 8th title in this state tournament, which would accumulate or be equivalent to the all-time record there, Dave.
Well, if she wins this game, 414 victories for Faith Johnson-Patterson. What a job she's done over there. Out of the Tri-Metro Conference here at the state tournament, the winner of this game is going to play Red Wing on Saturday night. We got much more coming up in just a few minutes with Chris, Jenny, and Marissa. Halftime is brought to you by Tria Orthopedic Center, bringing innovation to patient care for extraordinary results.
DeLaSalle leading Monticello 34-21 in this Class 3A semifinal as DeLaSalle tries to get back to the championship game, hoping to three-peat as Class 3A champions. Let's take a look at some other action that's going on. The single A quarterfinals going on over at Williams Arena. Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton, we've already had a little bit of an upset. Mountain Iron Buell, the number one team in the state, they go down. And if you look at the next game that's going on right now, Maranatha Christian, Jenny, the defending champs, they're trailing.
Yeah, and Ada Borup's got some tournament experience, and that's not really a surprise. So I'm excited to see how that outcome will be.
And they'll have their semifinals here for us tomorrow. Of course, everybody playing championship games here at the Target Center and on 45 TV on Saturday. DeLaSalle, no stranger to championships. Saturday, Marissa, they've won 2 in a row. And a lot of the reason, Tyshana Johnson, Alina Starr, they have played in 5 state tournaments. They're champions of the last 2. You cannot oversell experience at this point in the season.
You can't oversell experience for sure. We joke that we feel like we've been watching these 2 kids play since they were 10 years old, but they've been here 5 times now. And you can definitely tell that they are ready this year to win the state championship again.
We're kind of watching as they progress here. This is from way back when they first started their run, 2009, 2010. You're watching their game grow up, and they just look like they're getting a little older. They look like they were. They look like they were 10 years old, Jenny, in that 2009 video.
Well, and it's just so cool to see the transition and the growth of them as basketball players and young women. And they just keep getting stronger and stronger and better and better. And that doesn't happen overnight. They spend a lot of time in the gym.
And Marissa, what does it say about them to be able to play 5 years, playing a role on a team as good as DeLaSalle? It is not easy for younger players to contribute, but they did it as 8th graders.
No, and you can tell by watching these 2 girls play that they truly love the game of basketball, and there's a passion there each and every year.
Big players play big on the big stage. This is what they've done in the state tournaments. Points for each. And Jenny, it's amazing if you look every year, with the exception of maybe one of them, they're pretty balanced. It's not a you or me situation. They're really contributing players.
Well, and it doesn't even look like that when you watch them today. They're giving each other 5. They're patting each other on the back, and I think they're each other's best teammates.
And it hasn't hurt Marissa. They've had a great supporting cast. It hasn't just been these 2 the last 5 years, or even in the championships last year. You look at yesterday where Taylor Toney, who only averages 4.5 points on the season, scores 17 in getting them their quarterfinal win.
We were talking at the desk during the game, and I think this is quite possibly the best supporting cast that Johnson and Starr have had yet. So that's going to make a difference here in their championship run.
All right, we're going to show you the highlights from the first half coming up after this break. We'll also reset the statistics for you as we head toward the second half tip-off. Monticello's got some work to do, but they did get that upset in the first round, even though they trailed by 15 points in the second half. Can they do it again against DeLaSalle? Back with you, her courtside at Target Center. DeLaSalle leading Monticello 34-21 in the second Class 3A semifinal. The winner advancing to play Red Wing on Saturday for the Class 3A championship game. Chris Long, along with Jenny Johnson, Marissa Layton. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here. DeLaSalle really taking things over on the low block. They are so physical, Jenny. They are so strong down low. Once that ball gets in the paint, it's tough to stop it.
That's true. And the one thing that is impressing me so much is just how Monticello seems to just kind of bounce right off DeLaSalle, and it doesn't seem to affect them when they have body contact.
And Marissa, we all gasped at this sequence by Tyshana Johnson.
She is unbelievable on the offensive end, but what makes her crazy good is her ability on the defensive end.
For Monticello, like we said, they made up a 15-point deficit in 12 minutes yesterday in the quarterfinal. To get to this point, they certainly have recent experience in doing it. If they're going to do it, we talked about that down low game from DeLaSalle. Monticello's going to have to heat up from outside, and Jenny, they've shown they can make baskets.
Well, and I think they're going to have to continue to hit from outside just because it's so difficult for them to get the ball inside.
Marissa, it's the kind of thing where you look at players like Grace Sawatsky at that last one. This one's Callie Gow. They've got the shooters to get themselves back in this.
I think DeLaSalle sits in this kind of saggy matchup zone. Jenny's absolutely right. If Monticello wants to get back into this basketball game, they're going to have to rely on Grace Sawatsky and some outside shooting to get back.
Our halftime stats are brought to you by Dynamoo. Refuel off the court with Dynamoo chocolate milk, the mobile milk that goes where you go. So it's gone pretty much as expected. DeLaSalle controlling things pretty much in the first half. Can Monticello turn the tide at all in the second half?
Well, I think they can as long as they get some good shots, they're patient on offense, and they take some time off the clock when they're running their offense.
Carson, has DeLaSalle slowed things down at all? You've got this big lead. Monticello's going to have to shoot their way back into it. Do you try to slow down and limit the possessions?
I would rely on my senior experience. Johnson and Starr have been here before. I would keep pushing the tempo, keep pushing the score, and prove a point.
All right, we march ahead to tip off of the second half. We will get you set for that after this break. First, we're going to go to Trio Orthopedic Center to discuss some concussions, a hot issue in any sport at any level these days. We'll be right back here at Target Center with the second half between DeLaSalle and Monticello. DeLaSalle leading 34-21. Let's go to Trio. Tip-off of the second half here between DeLaSalle and Monticello. The Islanders leading 34-21. Let's go to Torrey Holt with Monticello coach Craig Guyon.
All right, thank you very much. I'm with Craig Guyon, the head coach here for Monticello. Coach, what did you talk to the kids about in the locker room down here early to DeLaSalle?
Hey, we just got to play our game. We're not playing our game. We have to box out. We have to slow their transition down. We just got to make plays, and that's the difference. Our transition game's killing us right now.
Very good. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, Dave, that's St. Cloud State grad, head coach of Monticello, Craig Guyon.
Interesting here because you can see there's Tyshana Johnson. Leah, DeLaSalle didn't even come out and warm up, and Monticello's been at her a little bit shooting, but DeLaSalle came out a little late out of locker room and then right to the bench.
Okay, so we'll see how that. We always say those first few minutes of the second half are critical. DeLaSalle, sitting on a decent lead right now, so they're probably not too nervous, but we know there's a lot of basketball yet to be played.
Yeah, and again, one more time, down by 12 or 15 points. Yesterday, Monticello was in the game against a really good Fergus Falls team. There was 12 minutes left, and they came back. They didn't lead until the overtime, in which they won. Otherwise, it was 79-78 victory in double OT, but with 1.8 seconds, they tied the game and sent it into the double overtime. So they came back yesterday, and I'm sure they're hoping, obviously, that's what they can do again. You had Grace Sawatsky tie that game in regulation. She had 1.8 seconds to play, and she sent it into overtime. And then Bailey Bechtold, as Tori was mentioning, free throws in the second overtime, win it for them out of the Mississippi 8 with St. Michael Albertville and Rogers, Monticello, Cambridge, Isani, Buffalo, Big Lake. Those are schools over there. Here from the Tri-Metro, you have DeLaSalle. We know all about them, as Jenny and Marissa and Chris are telling you at halftime. We've been watching them for 5 years, since Alina Starr and Tyshana Johnson were 8th graders playing for North at the time that they were in middle school. DeLaSalle with the lead, 34-21. Almost lost that ball, but back out to the top. Taylor Tony with it. She's a 6-foot sophomore. That's Starr. That is Claire Thomas. Thomas, a 5'10 senior. That's Tyshana Johnson. Back to Starr. So you can see it. Everybody's touching the ball. That's Natalie Ewell providing the screen out there. And in the first half, we saw such balanced scoring to start this game.
Now this defense, I agree still that Monticello stays in the zone defense, and they're using time off the clock, and DeLaSalle can sit and do this all night long. They can work the ball and take their time.
DeLaSalle Islanders coming in here 26-4. 72 points per average per game. Monticello with 58. But the defense is what's stunning for DeLaSalle. They're keeping their opponents pretty much contained all year. But Monticello, that's one of their big deals, too. The way they keep the offense from scoring when they're playing these teams. And right now, it's 34-21, and DeLaSalle will finally go to the basket and shoot, and it won't go. And they lose the rebound, and then Starr scrambles, but she'll probably knock it out of bounds. Our officials here, Jeremy Zacher, Kevin Anderson, and Carrie Heron.
So Monticello's defense pays off. They sit on defense. It's hard to sit on defense for that long and then not get the ball back because it's very deflating. So they get the ball back and then really need to see what they can do here offensively. Are they going to go to their outside games, start setting some high screens to get some players open around the three-point line?
Patience Griffin just came in for Taylor Tony. That Monticello shot short. It's a shot they wanted. Wouldn't fall for him. Starr, so quick to push the ball up. Griffin for three, no. Rebound. Lintner, she had a good first half. And on the fast break, boy, that one isn't bad. That's what that good defense does. Gabby Limer is a pretty good shooter, and the layup is something she'd like, but that defense intimidates you enough, Leah.
It really does. It has you thinking all the time, do I need to readjust my shot because someone's right on me?
Foul on Louis. Christine Louis picks up her second foul, a 5'5" junior, so Alina Starr will inbound the ball for DeLaSalle Islanders, coming off that 73-49 win over Chisago Lakes area yesterday, in which they shot 57% in the second half. Patience will put another one up, won't go. Rebound, shot blocked, rejected. Good defensive effort by Grace Sawatsky, the junior from Monticello. There's a good look at Alyssa Lentner. She's had a busy day out here today. Claire Thomas at the top. Claire was in that state championship game last year, too. Started.
She's a great player, too. Nice size. Good athlete.
Starr going to get a pick. They cover up any kind of roll down low, so go to the other side. That one knocked loose by Sawatsky. She'll get it right back.
That was great hustle.
That time takes some time and makes a nice move. She has 5 points in the game.
And that was the key, Dave, taking your time. Even though you're trying to rush, you're trying to push the ball up court, you still have to take your time so you can lay it in and finish. That was nice.
Stolen temporarily. Still up for grabs, but I think Natalie Yule was out of bounds when she came up and touched that ball, so we'll go over to Monticello. Here's the Magic taking you to break. The second half is brought to you by Education Minnesota, the union of 70,000 teachers, school staff, and higher education faculty who work hard to give our students the tools they need to succeed at every level. Back on 45 TV, these are the state semifinals in 3A. The winner gets Red Wing. Coming into this tournament unseeded and knocked off Richfield. Tyshana Johnson, the future Iowa State Cyclone, goes in on a great defensive play and finishes it off with her layup.
Great steal, great layup, great hustle.
This time, Tony with the left-hander, and it won't go. There's Tyshana's second time. Rebound hauled down by the Magic. But look at the double team. Boy, relentless and picked off again. It'll be a possession arrow in favor of Monticello. Alyssa Lentner could not be playing harder out here for the Magic.
You are right about that. Look at the hustle here. Johnson ties it up. Lentner says, you're not getting this ball from me. That was good hustle on both parts.
There's that full court pressure, and it is good. Monticello, Lentner trying to dribble through that, loses the ball, and now a 10-second violation. So the ball will be turned back over to DeLaSalle. DeLaSalle with a 36-23 lead.
That is very frustrating as a player, just trying to get the ball up court. You can't even get into your offense. And, you kind of see the frustration on the Monticello players' faces, just trying to get that ball up court.
Stolen. That's a great defensive effort right there by the Magic. As Gabby Limer went up and just knocked it away. Gabby yet to score in this game, the junior. There'll be no free throw there, though. That's a pretty good shot of her. Gabby averages 12 points a game. There's head coach Craig Guyan. Tori told you he's on a St. Cloud State. And unfortunately for Monticello, over and back on that play. There's a timeout. Craig Guyan will call a timeout right now. Short one. To talk things over. His team down by 13 points. 13:58 left in this basketball game. Then tonight, well, you should have a dandy coming your way to start the broadcast. It's 6 o'clock tonight. Hopkins and Osseo. Two teams that are no strangers to being into the state tournament. Alina Starr. Alina, the senior. Hard to believe she's finally graduating after all these years of playing in the state tournament, 5 years, but she's on her way to Auburn.
And she really has been fantastic from the very beginning of this game. She's been strong, she's physical, she's smart, she's calm. helps run this DeLaSalle team.
Starr with the ball will dish it back out. That's Tony out there. Got those bright laces. I like those. Kind of that luminous pink.
Yeah, I could see you wearing those.
Yeah, and maybe tomorrow. Starr. And it's anticipated nicely by Alyssa Lintner, knocking it out of bounds. So underneath their own basket. 13:40 to go, 36-23. Lead held on to by the Islanders and the basketball. No dribbles. Look at it. There's the first dribble on that series of passes, and it results in a bucket and a foul for Tyshana Johnson.
Yeah, that was just good fundamental basketball. DeLaSalle doing an excellent job of working the ball around the perimeter, waiting for the open look down low into Johnson. One big step. It's a good move by Johnson.
Good hustle, Tony. DeLaSalle gets it right back. That's Griffin. Tony Griffin's open for three. Too hard. Johnson tried to save it. For your latest highlights, stats, and scores from today's games, go to prep45.com and click brackets. Again, a scramble for it. It's so hard to get up against this defense. A little give and go. Tony's going to be fouled. And that foul will be on Gabby Lyman. Here's Coach.
And there she is. I had the opportunity to go to one of her games during the regular season and heard her talking to her players. And at one point she said to them, you know, trust me, I know the game a little bit. I thought that was so funny. Yeah, just a little bit.
Lynch went to break, but 413 victories in her career. Looking for, as Corey mentioned, it could be a state record, state championship if they can win this year. One more time for Tony, and yep, might as well use that entire rim on that free throw. She does to make it 39-23. Lintner, quick pass, break it nicely. Sawatsky, good dish. There's Bechtold, that's right on the baseline. Good spot for her.
Yeah, that's great looking basketball. Great hustle by the Magic. Took their time, nice shot.
Around the perimeter. DeLaSalle being very patient. Started off the second half. Series of passes. Johnson guarded by Bechtold. Going to go back out to Starr. Griffin for three, and that's her third triple of the game.
Yeah, she likes to shoot the ball from out there. That's a good look for her.
9 points. Good play by Johnson right into the hands of Starr. She'll fast break it, dish it to Tyshana. Lose control. Tony back to Starr, and timeout called by Faith Johnson-Patterson on the sideline. She saw where that ball was, just about to go to bounds.
Well, these are some of the past champions that have come through here, and if you look at the bottom and the top, those teams would be coached by Faith. She does a tremendous job, and what I'm always so amazed about is her longevity to be, you know, one of the top coaches in this state. And that's an exhausting, difficult job. She's been doing it a long time, and she is at the top of her game.
Pretty good teams in that mix right there. In this case, they come into this game at 26-4. And what a year for the Magic of Monticello, 25-5. It's an exciting game. They pulled off a big upset when they knocked off Fergus Falls. Legitimately, so it probably could have been a top seed too. I mean, Absolutely. They were that good, undefeated, and it's just a good field of 3A. And they had a double overtime win. Well, here, DeLaSalle with the inbound pass won't go, and now kicked out to Starr. Another foul call, and she'll shoot a pair this time. Foul will go on Alyssa Alyssa Lentner, the leanest star in the game today, been at the free throw line one time, where she is 1 of 1. DeLaSalle was there twice in the first half, and now 3 times in the second half. So not a ton of free throw shooting going on. She nails both of them. Now a 19-point edge for the Islanders. Here's Sawatsky. Little give and go in the backcourt. Got the fast break, but Tony knocks it loose, and will be out of bounds off of the Islanders. DeLaSalle playing in that Tri-Metro. Providence Academy's there. St. Anthony Village, St. Croix Lutheran. Who else? Minnehaha Academy. Concordia Academy out of Roseville. Blake, Visitation, St. Agnes. Breck is over there. St. Paul Academy Summit. Brooklyn Center. And then Mounds Park Academy. Did we leave anybody off that list?
You got them all.
But that's the Tri-Metros. You got some good quality basketball there.
Good basketball, that's for sure.
Foul is on Taylor Toney of DeLaSalle. So at the free throw line, Gabby Limer. Gabby looking for her first point. She had 16 in the game yesterday. From the free throw line in this game, Monticello is 1 of 5. This is their first second half free throw attempt. There you see Bechtold going out of the ball game. And Gabby has her first point. Coming in the game is Callie Gow back in there. Callie plays a lot.
When I talked to Coach Guyon before the game, we talked about the fact that his team would need 3 players probably in double figures like he did against Fergus Falls.
Patience Griffin, her 4th free of the afternoon. We had 7 3-pointers made by one of the Upsala players in the opening round of the Class A over at Williams Arena today. That is a state record, so she needs to hit 3 more to tie that new record.
Well, she's got 11 minutes to do it, so let's see what happens here.
11:08 to go in the game. 47-26. DeLaSalle with the lead here on 45 TV. We'll have a great post game coming up for you, too. Again, with Chris, Jenny, and Marissa. Tori will have an interview with the coach or player after the game. Still a lot of basketball to be played here. From the corner, another one. And Griffin has just hit her 5th.
Wow, she is feeling it.
Well, let's watch Patience. Your name is your destiny. She waits for the good shot and gets it. This afternoon's game summary brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today for amazing specials during Toyota's #1 for everyone sales event.
Well, we thought Tyshauna Johnson would have a big game, and she is. But Patience Griffin has been huge for DeLaSalle, hitting big shots all around. And Monticello looking to get more players involved in the offense, hoping to get a couple players in double figures here soon.
Well, we'll keep an eye on Patience because Kaylin Smaya of Upsala hit 7 3-pointers at Williams Arena today. That is a state record, but all of a sudden Patience has 5 of them. Taylor Toney is out. Back in is Claire Thomas for DeLaSalle. Monticello has the basketball. That is Gabby Sawatsky. Off the pick. And that ball will go back to DeLaSalle on the turnover. That was a pretty hard fall to the floor over there.
It did look uncomfortable.
Callie Gow, Monticello fans want a foul on it. So Callie will take a break. She hit the floor pretty hard. Christine Louie back in. Christine started this basketball game. And here comes another fast break. It's a 3-on-2 for DeLaSalle. Johnson off the back of the iron. Rebound, out of bounds. Ball awarded to Monticello. The Magic have it. They were in the state tourney last year. 25-5 coming into this game.
Did you see how fast Tishana Johnson was running down the court? It's like insane how fast she is.
This is Lentner. You can see that pressure by DeLaSalle. They're not going to lay off. They are good at that. And again, a short pass off the knees, turnover on Monticello. DeLaSalle with the basketball as we're under 10 minutes to play now. 50-26. Pretty impressive out here again this afternoon against a really good basketball team. Johnson knocked loose by Lammer. Another three by Griffin, and she got that one. That was almost an NBA, I think, on that shot.
She was pretty close.
Dad played in the NBA.
Well, she definitely got the skills, and she is in the zone.
One more ties the state record. Nice drive all the way through Sawatsky.
Yeah, I like the way that Sawatsky took that ball in, didn't hesitate at all.
Substitution for DeLaSalle into the game is Amanda Klein for 45.
53-28. Natalie Ewell will go out into the ball game. Amanda Klein. Look at how far out this one is.
Yeah, when a player is feeling that, you just keep getting her the ball.
Lentner, Sawatsky. Sawatsky back to Lentner, back to the top. That's Gabby Limer, and then back to Sawatsky. Guarded by Thomas. Tishana Johnson. That's why she's all state right there and up for Miss Basketball this year.
Yeah, they're quick. They anticipate.
55-28. DeLaSalle on a tear here this afternoon. Magic. Sawatsky, hard pass. Bechtold is there. Turnaround jumper. That's Bailey's shot right there. It's hard to get it into that spot very often with this defense.
That is a great look for her. I like her taking that shot. She's quick with it. She's tall enough.
Patience has fallen on the way in. It would have been a rare two-point shot had she been able to get that one off.
She doesn't do two-pointers.
Yeah, boring. Alina Starr will inbound the ball for DeLaSalle with a 25-point lead here. 8.5 to go in the game. A little less than that. Starr guarded by Gabby Limer. Dish. That shot won't go. That would have been a two anyway. Rebound, Johnson. DeLaSalle controlling the basketball in the tempo of the game. And you've seen it, Leah. They play either way. They've slowed it down to start the second half, and they can run the heck out of it.
That's exactly right. This team in particular does both very well.
Foul out on the top. And that's against Monticello. Gabby Limer. Look at Faith. You think she's down by 25.
You know, I always love that about the coaches. They can't breathe easily until the game is over.
Alina Starr, 12 points today, 13 for the Auburn-bound senior. Mentioned the points they score per game, 72. There's Faith's husband. Maybe the best dressed guy here every year in a tournament.
I agree with you.
It's John, of course. 57-30. Another steal. Johnson, this one knocked out of bounds. Off of Monticello. Alina Starr looking for her third state title as a player. Good effort by Sawatsky, but recovered by Amanda Klein. Maintains her composure out there. 7.5 to go now. Starr. Season opening. The left-handed runner will not go. Bechtold with the board. This is Sawatsky. Draws the foul.
It was good basketball by Sawatsky. She knows she's probably not going to make that shot. She's going to try to get herself to the free throw line. She looks deflated, though.
I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, there goes Grace, though. She got to wipe off some more blood. She had to do this a little earlier. Now they're putting another patch around by her knee. These kids coming off of a double overtime win over Fergus Falls yesterday.
Yeah, that's exhausting. That takes a lot out of you. As much as it gave you in confidence and just the excitement of winning that game, it also takes a lot out of you.
Timeout on the court, 57-30. DeLaSalle with the lead, 7:21 to go in this ball game. Hey, tournament fans, log on now to prep45.com to order this or any of your favorite games. Make the memories of your favorite athlete last a lifetime with your own DVD copy of the Minnesota State High School tournaments presented by 45 TV and Grand Stadium. Well, they're lighting it up here on the three-pointers today. Patience Griffin had 2 in the first half. She's got 4 in the second. We mentioned Kaylin Smea from Uppsala had 7 three-pointers at Williams today to get her name in the record books for state records. That's Grace Sawatsky with her first made free throw of the game. She's 1 of 3 right now. Look at Patience.
Fanning herself after all those three-pointers.
Got them both. Alina Starr. 7 minutes left in the game. Winner goes to the state championship Saturday night against Red Wing. Sawatsky with the left-handed layup. Pretty good focus to hang on to that. She had pressure coming from behind. Johnson to Starr.
We definitely can see what a great player Sawatsky is. She's just a great athlete. She's definitely the leader of this team.
Klein's three-pointer bounces off, and on the rebound, there's a foul on Monticello. I think the foul is... Monticello. So Lentner picks it up. At the free throw line, Tyshana Johnson. We mentioned All-State, Miss Basketball finalist. Won a couple of state titles so far in her high school career. That's her first time at the free throw line today. 14 points. Hard to believe as much as we've seen her up and down the court, but a lot of it has been on defense, Leah.
Yeah, you're right about that. I am surprised it's her first time at the free throw line, though, because she has been battling underneath a lot.
59-34. 6.5 minutes to go. Tough break. Monticello just rolls out of bounds. Monticello beat Dassel Cokato over in that Section 5 title game. And that's where Gabby Lamer had a big game. 19 points. And the Chargers are seeded number 2 in that one. They defeated them. And their defense was spectacular in that basketball game. Actually, by both teams. And then they come off that double overtime win yesterday. Now here against DeLaSalle is on a roll today, looking sharp, hit on all cylinders. Johnson, a couple of real impressive moves, but travel was called.
That was a nice move.
Kiana Young in the ballgame now for DeLaSalle. You see her right there guarding the basketball. Hopkins Osseo tonight, 6 o'clock, and then Kennedy and Eastfield. They split during the year. That could be a great basketball game.
I think that will be a great tilt. I want to see who's going to step it up here in the state tournament. A lot of talent on that Bloomington Kennedy team. Eastview always looks good.
Starr walks it up court. Kiana Young knocked out of bounds by Grace Sawatsky, the junior, 5'8", averages almost 17 a game. Here today, she has 11. Starr. Good dish underneath and standing there waiting for it. Akiana Rimbert. Sawatsky trying to get through all the traffic. Foul called on Tyshana Johnson.
Yeah, that is a lot of traffic to get through. It's just exhausting just to get to the half-court line.
5:36 to go, 61-36, DeLaSalle with the lead. Gabby Limer inbounding the ball, gives it off to Sawatsky, and then they'll back it up a little bit out there to Lentner. Lentner, that's Sawatsky right there. Guarded by Kiana Young. Bechtold, oh, what a block by Johnson. See, that's her. Defensively, she's just sparkled today.
Yeah, she really has been strong. She's caused a lot of turnovers.
Alina Starr. Amanda Klein. Johnson. Again, another nice dish and kind of a deja vu with Akiana Rembert.
Yeah, DeLaSalle isn't sitting in a stall game at all in their offense, but they're working the ball around, just looking for their best shot. Ooh, there's the opening. Oh, that was too bad. That was a nice layup. She read the defense correctly.
Johnson and Starr know each other so well, know where they're going to be on the court at all times. Working it around a little bit with 4:25 to go now, leading 63-36 in the second semifinal of the day in 3A. Next up, it'll be 4A at 6 o'clock, as we mentioned. Hopkins and Osseo, that should be a dandy. Rebound, Sawatsky. This is Limer with the basketball. She's going to go right to that hoop as fast as she can, and she will draw the foul. The foul will be on Kiana Young, the 5'6" junior.
Look at that, a good old-fashioned block by Tashana. Come back on the other end, pass the ball, sharing the ball, nice little layup underneath. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Hopkins-Osseo rematch. That should be a good game. That Phyllis Webb from Osseo is an outstanding player. We'll get to see Nia Coffey and this basketball candidate.
McDonald's All-American even. We got two of them this year. Rebecca Dahlman is the other one from Graham. That's pretty unusual. Get two of them in the state here at one time.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Monticello, nice steal. Limer's going to take it to the basket. Sawatsky tries to follow it up. It's knocked out of bounds underneath by Ellen Leahy of DeLaSalle. Timeout on the court. Under 4 to go. 63-38. The Islanders with the lead. Today's plays of the game brought to you by Education Minnesota.
It's all about Patience Griffin from the outside. Big three-pointers coming from all over the place. She has hit 6 of them.
Education Minnesota, the union of 70,000 teachers, school staff, and higher education faculty will work hard to give our students the tools they need to succeed at every level. Well, that kind of tells it all for Monticello when it rims out on that layup and just will not drop for you. Alina Starr, the defense comes out to meet her. And Ellen Leahy, that's number 4 out there. Trying to go down in the corner. No shot there for Anna Schaaf. She's a senior. Leahy, that is Schaaf looking underneath. Nothing there for Rembert. So they'll go back out and now picked off by Sawatsky and lost the handle, and they can't get the shot to go. Starr pushing it up. She's got a 2-on-4. And again, over to Rembert, who was fouled as she went up for the shot.
Yeah, the young ladies on this Magic team look very exhausted. Can't blame them. It's been a difficult afternoon trying to get anything done on this court with this incredible DeLaSalle defense.
Akaviana, Rembert at the line. Get one more, though. She got 4 points when she came in here. Leahy will go out. Hazley Sellers comes in, the sophomore for DeLaSalle. Also Bristol coming in. Melissa Schmidt, a freshman for Monticello. I see Ashley Fessenden in there as well. And the second one won't go down. Rebound hauled down by Amanda Howe. Feeds it back for Melissa Schmidt. Schmidt for Monticello. On that left wing. He's working around a little bit. Up and in. Nice shot. Bucket is good. Ashley Cole.
It's a great look to your inside post players. 5'11" sophomore Cole.
Down to 2:18. 63-40. DeLaSalle with the ball at Star. And a free throw coming up here.
Everyone's going to get a little bit of time in this game for DeLaSalle.
Yep, 3 more will come in for DeLaSalle. Anna Potter-Wills. Kat Potter-Wills, the 6'1" sophomores, will come into the game. And waiting to come in is Cameron Spees. Going out of the game is Kiana Young. At the line is Alina Starr. I'm sure Cameron will be coming in for her. Cameron's a freshman. And Alina Starr's free throw not good. She's had a big game here today, though. 65-40. Comes Monticello with the basketball. Fessenden has it right there. That long three on the way. Magic with it. No shot there. Let's go to the top. Follow won't go. It just will not drop for him. It's unbelievable. Had a good look out there by Kendra Stoik and others, and they look like they had that ball and just will not drop today. 65-40. Alina Starr all the way to the basket. Misses, follows it up with a rebound. Now the scramble and kicked out. And the open look will not go for Anna Schaaf. So Starr picks up the loose ball and runs that baseline with it like she does so well.
Just taking her time, cool and confident on offense. Starr doing her usual work.
Try the right side now of this defense. Fessenden thinking about it. Back out on top. Melissa Schmidt. There's Kendra Stoik. Long three. Short. How? And then a rebound underneath by Ashlyn Cole.
Yeah,
and she's got 4.
Yeah, like what we've seen from the 5'11" sophomore. Nice shots right underneath.
46 seconds. Everybody getting in here, get a little playing time. 67-42. DeLaSalle with the lead. 46.8 seconds left. Craig Guyan, what a year he's had with his team. 25-5. Had their first ever state tourney win in that double overtime win over Fergus Falls yesterday.
Yeah, that was huge. Really exciting game for that program. One that will not soon be forgotten.
Monticello, Minnesota, home of the Cornerstone Cafe. Let's check out our player of the game, brought to you by the University of Minnesota Crookston.
Yeah, you really have to give it to Patience Griffins. There's a lot of great players on this DeLaSalle team, but the way she was shooting the 3 ball, one after the other, kind of just put them over. Some fun shooting there for Griffin.
Brought to you by the University of Minnesota Crookston. You can go to umcrookston.edu. Monticello brought a ton of people here this afternoon, and they are still making noise.
Yeah, looks like they had a great time. I think it was 12 buses.
Yeah, it's impressive. Awful lot of red out there in the stands. They've been terrific having fun today.
I love it that they come out to support their girls basketball program. It's fabulous.
Sellers with the basketball inside, feed it off to Kat Potter-Wills, and then Sellers will try the runner. Won't go. Rebound not going to go. 25 seconds left. Deep in the corner, Monticello has it. The lead pass out to Mackenzie Cruzen. Hands it back to Katie Fazette. That's Katie down on the floor, kicking it back out now. Cruzen has it. Mackenzie dishes it back from the top to Emily Bartle, and now a long three-pointer on the way from Shelby Rieger will sail out of bounds. 4 seconds left to go. DeLaSalle 67, Monticello 42.
A lot of smiles there. Tashana
and with 2 seconds, we'll take a shot underneath. It goes out of bounds. On their way to another state championship game, DeLaSalle will take on Red Wing for the state title on Saturday night here on 45 TV. Final score, DeLaSalle 67 and Monticello 42. It should be really a heck of a matchup Saturday night. We watched the Red Wing Wingers play a heck of a game today, coming in there, and so Saturday night state title. But before we get to that, let's go down to Torrey and see who he has with him along the sideline.
Well, I got our player of the game, Patience Griffin, here, 6 of 11 from the three-point stripe. Were you just feeling it today? What was kind of going through your mind and your preparation as you got here and were on fire from three-point line?
You know, I just tried to stay focused and stay calm when my shots weren't falling. I tried to make sure all my teammates got active. You know, I just, when it was there, when it was comfortable, I just let it go.
I know your father was in the building here watching your game. He played in the NBA. How much does it mean to you with him being such a big part of your basketball to have a performance like this in front of him?
It feels great, and I hope that he's proud of me. I did this for him. I did this for God. I did it for my grandma. I'm just glad that he was here.
Congratulations, and good luck on Saturday in the title game.
Thank you.
All right, what a performance by Patience Griffin. 18 points, 6 of 11 from the three-point arc.
God, is there anything better than that big old smile like that after something like that? Just a neat scene down there. Thanks, Tori. Nice job. And DeLaSalle gets the victory here. And then coming up tonight, got two beauties. And we'll start with that Hopkins-Osseo game. And then Kennedy and Eastview. Should be a fun night here on 45 TV.
Today's postgame show is brought to you by American Family Insurance. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Find out more at amfam.com.
Our first championship pairing is all set. Red Wing will play DeLaSalle for the Class 3A championship at 6 o'clock Saturday here on 45 TV after DeLaSalle beats Monticello 67-42 in our second Class 3A semifinal. Chris Long back with you here on 45 TV along with Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton. Jenny, that pretty much second half went as scripted. We said Monticello, if they're going to get back into it, have to shoot their way into it. They were missing shots, and a lot of that's because of just how good DeLaSalle is.
Yeah, they shot 32% for the second half, or overall for the game, too. And I think DeLaSalle's defense was just too much today.
And Marissa, Patience Griffin, the player of the game, comes out of nowhere. We talked about all the talent at the front end for DeLaSalle, and wouldn't you know it, in a state tournament game, player kind of comes out of nowhere to have a great game.
We talked a lot about Alina Starr and Tashana Johnson carrying DeLaSalle, but it was Patience Griffin again, 6 for 11. This is what the state tournament is all about.
Let's see Patience Griffin lighting up the scoreboard. All of her points coming from behind the three-point line. 18 points, 6 three-pointers. Just, the name is perfect. Look at it, just very calm defense interface. The name Patience is fitting, Jenny.
It is, and you can see she's under control. She's looking to get her shot off as the ball is rotating around the perimeter, and she's ready to shoot every time.
Actually, it was a record set, I believe, or tied earlier today by a player from Uppsala, the record 7, so she was just one away. Marissa, as we look at the statistics, you pointed out turnovers played a pretty big role in this game as well.
Monticello had 27 turnovers. DeLaSalle had 16. For me, that's kind of the bottom line of this game is DeLaSalle just took better care of the basketball.
And Jenny, I asked you if you thought there was a point in the second half that DeLaSalle might throttle back a little bit, sit most of the starters. You said no, and there's a good reason why they wouldn't.
Well, they're an up-tempo basketball team, and I think think even when you build a big lead, the last thing you want to do is lose momentum, especially once you've established a big lead, because then it's really hard to get it back.
And especially even looking ahead to the next game to get it back in time for the championship game on Saturday, where DeLaSalle will play for a third straight state title. They'll play Red Wing. We'll take a look at what's going to go on the rest of the evening after this break. First session is down. The Class 3A semifinals have chosen their championship contenders. Richfield, the top seed, knocked off in a terrific game. Red Wing wins 61-59. The Wingers move to the championship game where they will try to unseat two-time defending state champion DeLaSalle, who advances fairly easily, beating Monticello 67-42. As we look ahead to what we're going to see tonight, two more bids in championship Saturday up for grabs. These will be in Class 4A. A couple terrific games, Marissa. Hopkins and Osseo, that is a sexy matchup. A lot of people looking forward to seeing.
I think Osseo is one of the few teams in the state that can actually compete with Hopkins from an athleticism and a defensive standpoint. They have Janae Morton and Phyllis Webb, who are both headed to Eastern Michigan next year for Osseo. Look for them to do some fun stuff tonight.
That game tips off at 6 o'clock. After that one, we will have the other Class 4A semifinal. It's Eastview against Bloomington Kennedy. Jenny, what do we expect in that one?
Well, that one should be a real good game. The teams played 2 times this year in conference play and split. Eastview did win the last matchup, but this should be a real good one.
So two of those 4 teams will advance to championship Saturday, where they will join DeLaSalle and Red Wing. They earned the right to play for the title after winning their semifinals today in Class AAA. We'll have 4A for you tonight. The broadcast begins right here on 45 TV at 6 o'clock. And hey, if you're going to be away from the TV, check us out on prep45.com. I'm Marissa Layton and Jimmy Johnson. Chris Long, we'll see you tonight.